What's going on, High Elite Nation? It's Thomas DeLauer, and I'm addressing a question that's been coming up day in and day out in the High Elite Nation, and that is, how does a vegan go about doing a ketogenic diet? Okay, so first off, let me break down the ketogenic diet, simply because we might have some people here that aren't familiar with it. The ketogenic diet is essentially where you're depriving your body of carbohydrates so that your body ultimately starts running on fats as a source of fuel. Now, I will preface everything with this. Normally, people think that the ketogenic diet is eating a bunch of bacon, a bunch of meat, a bunch of cheeses, and things like that. Here's the thing, that's not the true ketogenic diet. That's the modified Atkins, modified ketogenic diet that honestly bodybuilders have built that truly isn't the ketogenic diet that is proven to help with your neurological functions and help with your health, okay? Flat out. So erase everything you know about ketosis first and foremost. But let me give you a little bit of scientific backup regarding body composition and ketosis in the first place. There was a 2013 meta-analysis. Okay, what a meta-analysis is a study that looks at studies as a whole, looks at multiple studies. And what this meta-analysis looked at was 13 different studies that broke down ketosis versus low-calorie diets as pertaining to overall body mass index and body weight. So basically, they compared a keto diet or a low-carb diet with a regular low-calorie diet to see what kind of body weight response occurred, or body composition response. Well, by and large, every single study, all 13 that they looked at, had a dramatic instance of success when it came to the keto diet. The keto diet was markedly more successful than a low-calorie diet when it came down to weight loss. So now let's talk a little bit about the keto diet and how it was discovered really quick. I'm going to break this down fast. Okay, keto diet's been around for centuries as a neurological assisting diet, basically for epileptic patients to be able to help their brain, to be able to help their spinal cord, to be able to help the nervous system. But it's only been since the 60s and 70s that it's been used for weight loss purposes. And it was really Carl Atkins that put it on the map by introducing, well, the Atkins diet. And the Atkins diet, again, kind of muddied the water with what real ketosis is and what real ketosis isn't. It's not just about weight loss. Ketosis has some huge factors when it comes to overall health. We're talking about improved glucose levels. We're talking about suppressed hunger. We're talking about acne. We're talking about cardiovascular health. We're talking about neurological health. We're talking about huge things, even cancer prevention. There was a study that took a look at participants that had diabetes over the course of 56 weeks. What they found after putting them on a ketogenic diet for 56 weeks was that they had not only improved levels of fasting blood glucose, but they had massively improved levels of cholesterol. They had huge increases in HDL, massive decreases in LDL, and they had massively reduced levels of triglycerides, which are a precursor to fat, but also a precursor to inflammation within the body. So the real question is, how does this work for a vegan? Okay? So what we have to remember is the true ketogenic diet should be about 80% fat, 15% protein, and 5% carb. We're sitting somewhere in there, but most people end up consuming more like 50% fat, 40% protein, and 10% carbs, which means you're leaving a lot to be desired when it comes down to finding your protein sources. You're having to grab a lot of different things. So what you need to do as a vegan is consume lots of things like pine nuts, consume lots of things like raw coconut oil, raw coconut milk. You're going to consume a lot of things like almonds. You're going to be consuming more things like flaxseed, chia seeds. You're going to be getting your omega-3s from plant sources, things like algal oil. Okay, the thing is it's not as complicated as you think. You're just subbing out your starches for fats. And the fats can be almonds, they can be nuts, they can be things that have fiber, because you don't need to be really worrying about the fiber too much in ketosis because it's not impacting your blood sugar all that much. Now when it comes to the protein sources, that's where it can get a little bit difficult. But here's the thing, believe it or not, on a ketogenic diet, you're probably going to be consuming less protein than you are now as a vegan. You're going to be consuming things like tempeh, you're going to be consuming things like soy, but you're going to be doing them in lesser amounts. The thing that you do have to make sure that you're aware of is that you're not consuming massive amounts of non-organic or good old-fashioned GMO soy, which is out there everywhere. When you're in ketosis, your body's much more sensitive to whatever you consume. So you want to make sure that you're going organic whenever possible, so you're not getting the gene expression issues that can result from heavily genetically modified soy. So really, with ketosis, it's not what you think. A vegan can go into a ketogenic state super easy. In fact, you're going to get into ketosis faster and easier than other people because your system is so pure and because most vegans are already deficient in the quality fats that they need to begin with. So by you shifting gears, having fats instead of the carbs and keeping the proteins about where they're at, you're going to see a massive increase in energy, a massive increase in skin complexion, a massive increase in overall muscle function, some of these issues that vegans face on a daily basis simply because they're really deficient in a lot of the fats that they need. So there you have it. It's really not that complicated. More fats, less carbs, protein stays about the same. Don't be afraid of the ketogenic diet. It's not all about the bacon, it's not all about the cheese, and it's not all about the copious amounts of animal products. As always, keep it locked in here on the Highly Nation and make sure that you let us know what kind of videos you want to see in the future when it comes down to health topics, workout topics, and overall lifestyle. See you soon.